Hi guys, it's Thomas here from CO2base.com. Welcome to this week's Commitments of Traders review. Today we're going to have a look at the 28th CO2 report of this year, and as usual we're going to start off with the changes in commercials positions, so here we go. As you may see, we've got NASDAQ on top of our list with a 29% change in commercials positions. You can see the change size over here. We've got roughly the same change in large speculators, and as you may see, this is a bearish COT change signal that came after a rally in prices. So we're expecting the price to decline a bit in the next couple of days. At least that's what the signal is telling us. But let's open a 5-year trend and see how extreme this market is. At the moment, you may see that we're moving closer towards bearish extreme levels. We had a strong bullish extreme a few weeks back. But of course, if you look at the 5-year chart, you can see that we are pretty much in between the two extremes right now. So we may see this extreme widen even more, which means, of course, that we can see even greater higher prices in the next couple of weeks or even month. Next market is the S&P 500 with a 22% change in commercials positions. Here you can see the change signal. Interestingly, last week it was basically only small speculators who were bearish about the market. Both commercials and large speculators were net long. Now with this change, commercials changed their net positions. They became net short, and that's that. It is, of course, a COT change signal that is bearish. Of course, we're not surprised to see that after having NASDAQ producing the same signal. And the extreme is pretty much the same as well. So we're in between the two COT extremes, getting closer towards bearish extreme levels. But of course, as you can see, there's still a lot of way left to really reach those huge extreme levels. Moving on to cotton, where we have a 22% change in commercials positions. You can see the change size over here. We have a rapid and dynamic incline in prices. So we're not surprised to see that huge change happening. Of course, in such circumstances, we should be very cautious with any trade. So basing your trade simply on the fact that we have a bearish COT change signal may be a little bit risky. Opening a 5-year chart, you can see how extreme this market is becoming. We're getting closer and closer to all-time bearish extreme levels. But of course, looking at the chart, again, caution is advised. Moving on to large speculators, COT Extreme. We've got silver on top of our list with an all-time COT Extreme in large speculators and also in commercials. Let's open the 5-year chart. Here we go. And it's pretty visible over here. Of course, again, don't forget these all-time COT Extremes may be present in the market for quite some time before a major change in trend happens. So, of course, that should be kept in mind, but nevertheless, it's an extreme. Stress levels are high at such levels that we've never seen in silver's COT history. Next market is the Dow Jones with the 145 report extreme. In large speculators, of course, the same extreme can be seen in commercials. So this is a bearish COT extreme situation. Of course, this tells us that Dow Jones is more leaning to the bearish side of the market compared to the NASDAQ and S&P, where the extreme tells us that that can widen even more. Of course, you know, when you trade these indexes, it's a good idea to check the correlation between these markets, also in the COT reports. Heating oil with 123 report is our next and last market for the review. Here we have a bearish COT extreme situation, but of course, if you look at the chart, again, we can see that this extreme can go to even greater extent before we reach a top. Or of course, if you look at the chart, interestingly, we have large speculators and commercials correlating 1-1 in the last couple of weeks. Only small speculators have gone towards the bearish side of the market, decreasing their net long positions from roughly 22,000 contracts down to about 13. So, of course, this may have a upward implication on the market. Okie dokie, that's all for this review. Don't forget that we have all COT charts available here, where you can look at the COT reports for free. Of course, we have this COT analysis page, which gives you a more in-depth and detailed COT analysis if you wish. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope to see you next week. Have a great weekend. Take care. Goodbye.